I'm still trying to think about what I want to say about the game yesterday and the series against the Blue Jays overall. I recorded a video yesterday or last night, like right after the game. I was furious, as I'm sure a lot of Red Sox fans were. And I said a lot of things that I might have regretted. There was a unrelated circumstance that prevented me from posting that video yesterday, and in a way I'm kind of glad. That might end up being a blessing in disguise. So today I want to be composed, not unemotional, because baseball is an emotional game, but I just want to be composed and realistic about what I'm saying. I don't want to be out here freaking out saying the sky is falling, even if it feels like it is. Maybe just a more balanced reaction to what happened. Let's start just recapping the series as a whole. I wanted to do that. So we started Friday. Game started out okay. We were up 2-0 going into the 5th. The offense was not getting anything done with any consistency, but had a lead, 2-0. And then Nate Eovaldi completely lost it in the 5th inning, fell apart. The bullpen came in and did damage as well, as Hansel Robles. Martin Perez is in the bullpen now for whatever reason. I hate that. I don't know. But yeah, it was just a bad game. Pretty much from the 5th inning onward, nothing really good happened. So that one was a tough pill to swallow, because you want the team to come out. It's a divisional game. You want the team to come out and be competitive, and it was a disaster. So nothing really positive to say about that. Then we had a doubleheader on Saturday, and that started off with Nick Pivetta pitching. Definitely the best game we've had from a starter since the trade deadline. Maybe even the best we've had from a starter since even a little bit before the All-Star break. Nick Pivetta was awesome. I got to shout out. I've been really harsh about the starting pitching lately, so I got to shout it out when it's good, and Nick Pivetta was really awesome. He was perfect through 4 2/3, I think, and ended up going 6 innings, allowing only 1 hit and walking nobody. He was awesome. Unfortunately, it didn't end up mattering because the offense got shut out, and Matt Barnes gave up a walk-off home run on the only pitch he threw. So that one was tough to swallow as well, because just when we finally get that stopper performance from one of our pitchers, you know, the one that's going to come in and just stop the slide, the offense can't pick him up, and the bullpen implodes again. This was an odd series, and this is where I started to kind of notice. This is an odd series for Alex Cora. Game 3 of the series, Game 2 of the doubleheader, was where I started to kind of look at Alex Cora going like, what? Because Game 2 of the series, he put in Matt Barnes in a tie game, just trying to get the game to extra innings. And I kind of get it. Matt Barnes has been our best relief pitcher this year, but that's your closer. That's not a safe situation, right? So that was kind of puzzling to me, but I got it at the time. Game 2 of that doubleheader, I don't know. We won the game 2-1. Tanner Houck went 3 2/3 innings. Struck out 6. Tanner Houck was awesome. I'm really excited about Tanner Houck. He reminds me a lot of Chris Sale, right? Like the stuff he has, the pitch mix he uses, the way his body moves when he pitches. He looks like Chris Sale out there. He's right-handed Chris Sale. That just makes me foam at the mouth for Chris Sale coming back on Saturday. This coming Saturday, even more. But Alex Cora pulled Tanner Houck with 2 outs in the 4th inning and 2 guys on. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Tanner Houck was practically untouchable. And yeah, there's runners on first and second. It's not like he's in some jam, you know. It's not like there's, you know, second and third with 1 out here, you know. It's first and second with 2 outs. So he replaces Tanner Houck with Josh Taylor, who immediately gives up a run. I don't understand the move. Kevin Cash would be proud. But either way, the Red Sox won the game 2-1. I have to harp on Cora's management again, because the game was tied 1-1 after Alex Verdugo hit a game-tying solo homer. And Alex Cora put Matt Barnes in the 7th to try to get the game to extras again. That's 2 games in a row he used Matt Barnes, the closer, in a non-save situation, in a tie game. I understand he's your best reliever. I get it. And I understand that a lot of the other bullpen arms are kind of taxed right now because of how piss poor the starting pitching has been. So I get all of that. Then after the Red Sox took the lead in the 8th, he put in Adam Ottavino for the save. And I guess what I don't understand is why he put in Matt Barnes in a bridge situation and Adam Ottavino in a closer situation. Like, shouldn't those roles have been reversed? It didn't end up mattering because the game was won. It was just confusing to me. I'm looking to Alex Cora like, what are you doing, man? It's not like Adam Ottavino has been super reliable this year. You're going to trust him to close out the game? Either way, game 3 was a win. And then rolling into game 4, things were looking really good. The Red Sox offense looked like the Red Sox offense again. Finally, it was so great to watch. They put the ball in play. They battled, to high pitch counts. They just traded places on the bases. And they did that to the tune of 7 runs off of Hyun-Jin Ryu, who you would say is the Blue Jays' #1 guy. It was really great because they weren't swinging out of their shoes. They weren't trying to do too much. They were just putting the ball in play. And good things happen when you put the ball in play. JD Martinez had a great game. Kevin Plawecki had a great game. Xander Bogaerts did well. Rafael Devers got on base. Bobby Dahlbeck had 2 hits, and we'll get to that again in a minute. But this was a very good game from the offense. That was super encouraging to see the offense come out and perform like that. And they got another run later off of the Jays bullpen. The Red Sox offense was really, really good yesterday. And I think, hopefully, the way the game ended doesn't discourage them from continuing to play that way offensively. This is a performance that the offense can build upon and take into the homestand. I didn't shout that out in the video that I didn't post yesterday, and I want to, because the Red Sox offense deserves it. They put it back together. It looked really good. I was really impressed with the Red Sox offense yesterday. Now, that's about where the positives end. Because Garrett Richards went 5 innings and allowed 4 runs. 2 of them came with 2 outs in the 4th or was it 1 out in the 4th? The 5th. I'm sorry, excuse me. Yeah, I believe it was 1 out in the 5th. Vlad Guerrero Jr. got a hanging curveball and just blasted it out of the park like he does. Because that's Garrett Richards. His control is terrible. His stuff is great, but his control is terrible. And he just left it where Vlad could hit it. And Vlad did what he did. What he does. So Garrett Richards comes out, and then the bullpen. Holy crap. The bullpen struggled this whole series, and that's really surprising to me because the bullpen has been a strength this season. Like, honestly, the bullpen has been really good for most of the season. In this series, they did not perform well at all. And again, I just want to ask Alex Cora where his head is at, because Sawamura came in after Garrett Richards and pitched a scoreless 6th. Then he came back out for the 7th, and Alex Cora let him... I can't remember if he walked the guy who got on base, but then he threw 2 wild pitches to get that guy to third base. Alex, pull him, dude. Like, as soon as that runner gets on base, he's got to go. You know? This is not Josh Hader, all right? This isn't, you know, who am I thinking of? This isn't Craig Kimbrell. This is Sawamura, you know? I don't know why he was out there in the 7th to begin with. And I kind of do, though, because I understand that because of the lack of quality starts from the starters, the bullpen has been taxed lately. I get it. They were kind of due for a collapse. It's just sad it had to happen when the offense finally put them together. So he takes out Sawamura, puts in Ottavino. Ottavino, of course, does not hold it down. I mean, or did we expect Ottavino to hold it down? No. Let's be honest. And then I don't understand why Alex Cora put Matt Barnes in with runners on in the 8th. Why? I understand Matt Barnes needed to get 1 out. You expect that from your closer to get 1 out. That's not the situation Matt Barnes is used to coming into. Matt Barnes is used to coming into nobody on, nobody out. He's the closer. He's the closer. I know you're hoping from a 4-out save for Matt Barnes so you don't have to use anybody else. That's the hope. I get it. Matt Barnes did not get the 4-out save. He gave up a 3-run bomb to George Springer. Gave up the lead, and the Red Sox lost 9-8. In the 9th inning, Alex Cora, again, I don't understand what's going on with Alex Cora lately. Remember how I told you that Bobby Dahlbeck had a good game? He had 2 hits. Well, he pinch hit for Bobby Dahlbeck in the 9th inning with Marwin Gonzalez. Why? Why? Marwin Gonzalez has been brutally bad this year. Why are we trusting Marwin Gonzalez over Bobby Dahlbeck, who also has not been awesome, but had a good game yesterday? He was on yesterday. And when Bobby Dahlbeck is on, he is a home run threat. I mean, what? The thing about Bobby Dahlbeck is, right now, there are a few players on the Red Sox who are literally playing for their jobs right now, and Bobby Dahlbeck is one of them. You can see urgency on Bobby Dahlbeck right now. He struck out, I can't remember which game it was. I think it was the game yesterday. He struck out, and you could hear him, like, cursing at himself on his way back to the dugout. Maybe you don't want to hear or see that. I enjoy seeing that kind of thing from the players because it means they care. It means they're out there and they are in it. You know? They are emotionally invested. We don't really usually see a lot of emotion out of Bobby Dahlbeck, but we did yesterday, and I really appreciated that. But yeah, Bobby Dahlbeck playing for his job, had a good game yesterday, home run threat, pinch hit. And of course, Marwin Gonzalez struck out. That's what Marwin Gonzalez does. He sucks. I don't understand the move. I don't get it. And then he pinch hit Christian Vasquez for Jonathan Arias, which, yeah, okay. Do we want the game to come down to Christian Vasquez or Jonathan Arias? Vasquez, for me anyway. So that one I'm not upset about, but the Bobby Dahlbeck from Marwin Gonzalez, taking out Bobby Dahlbeck and putting in Marwin Gonzalez, that I have a problem with. The management of the bullpen was not good. And again, I get it. It's a tough spot to be in when a lot of your bullpen is not available because of how poor the starting pitching has been lately. I understand. That's why I'm not going out here and saying like, oh, Alex Cora is the worst. Fire Alex Cora. You know? Because I get it's a tight spot with the bullpen right now. We need longer starts from the starters so that more bullpen arms can be available. That's where it all kind of stems from. So I'm not out here wanting Alex Cora's head. I just... Usually, I mean, this season he's managed the bullpen really well, and this series he did not. And that it cost us in the end. Yesterday's loss was brutal. It was really demoralizing. You finally get a good performance out of your offense. You're rolling. You're gonna go into the homestand with a good taste in your mouth after a really, really bad stretch of baseball, and you blow it. Never has the season felt more over than yesterday. Yesterday felt like just punt, just kick the can down the road, and you know, let's go another second half collapse. Let's just get it over with. That's what it felt like yesterday. I'm trying not to feel that way because I've said this before. We've seen this team play really good baseball. We know what this team is capable of. We know this team can turn it around. Will they? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's not looking good right now. But can they? Absolutely. Day off today. That's really good. And then we've got a series against the Orioles coming up this week. The next series we play is against the Orioles. It feels like we have to sweep that series, right? The Orioles are terrible. This feels like a must-sweep series. At least, I mean, at this point I would be okay taking 2 out of 3. But it really feels like you absolutely have to sweep the Orioles right now. It's got to happen. And then it's the Rays after that. And that is a must-win series. Must win. Gotta have it. If we don't win this series against the Rays coming up this weekend, then pretty much I think the division race is over. If we don't win that series. But first things first, you know, as Bill Belichick would say, we're on to Baltimore. Go Red Sox.